Welcome to Never Have I Ever, number 26. Whoa! Grab a drink and get ready because we're going to get to know each other just a little bit better and have fun while we're doing it. I think I have the best lineup of people here this week. I really feel like we have the most fun, coolest group of people. And I'm going to introduce them now for you. To my over here, she is the host of Pod After Lockup. It's Caitlin Ruppert. Yay!
It's Ruppert, but yes.
Ruppert? Shoot, I'm sorry. I should know by now.
You do know me in real life.
I do know you. I guess I've never had to introduce you.
No, you haven't.
You know, I could have run this before we hit record, but now I'm
No, I like it better this way.
I'm just never, I have to make up for that somehow. All right, underneath me, let's see if I fuck this up. He is the host of the Puck Off podcast, which I think is about hockey. It's Joe Bartnick. Woo! And in the other corner, you've seen her on Black Patriot, on Bang Bros. It's Joslyn Jane.
Hi, it's Black Patrol, but don't
Black Patrol? God damn it. Like Black Patriot. That sounds fun.
What? That's not like Bang Bros, is it?
Yeah, it's porn.
Yes, it's
So it is like the
porn.
Bang. So you've been on the Bang bus?
No.
Wait, they have a
okay.
bus?
Yeah, they have a bus. It's been
Is it-
around for like 10 years.
Is it like the mitzvah tank that drives around New York City just like looking to pick people
Yeah,
up?
well, it's staged, obviously, but it's basically just like a white van.
Ooh, does it have windows?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They
All
pick
right.
up girls.
Why did you sound disappointed when it did have windows?
Because usually I was picturing a windowless van. That's usually
Like, I don't want to say it. But
yeah, like usually
A shmapey one?
things happen when there's no windows, but there's windows. All right. Well,
Well, they
started
film it
weird.
anyway, so it's not. They're not really hiding anything.
Yeah, they film it anyway. They don't care. I've been in the bus. I was in the second gen bus, and it smells like holy hell.
It smells like
You know,
it smells like banging.
It
So
smells
they
like
just pick up
wet.
people from the street to bang,
No.
I guess.
not how porn works. Like, tested. I
Wait, it's not.
Sorry.
They didn't
Chris.
have like a bag of candy and they shook it and you got on the bus.
It's not always about candy, Joe.
I could have said ice cream, but
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
really good one.
Like a king cone or something, or like a drumstick. Yeah.
push up.
I would do some things for that, for sure.
I feel like I've heard you speak about king cones several times. I don't think.
Why? I know. It's, you know what it is?
with you.
Because I just like I'm always ranking ice cream truck ice creams in my mind, and that one is just it's.
I think
far
you
and
just
away
want the most
best.
sexual ice cream there is. You're like king cone.
If it was, I would have said Magnum. That to me sounds like the
Oh.
most sexual.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Chocolate
true.
dipped.
Ooh, it's dipped in chocolate. It's too big for your mouth. This is Never Have I Ever. We all know how to play it by now, I hope. But if you don't, if you're just tuning in, grab a drink. And it's basically a way for us to share our fun stories. And it's going to be like, never have I ever anything. And then if you've done the thing, you drink and then you have to tell the story of how you've done the thing. That's right. Okay, so I'll start. Never have I ever made love on a floor. The ground or a floor? Just down on the ground.
Wait, does getting eaten out count?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, you started this with you were on Bang Brothers, and now you're like, well, I might have gotten eaten on the floor once. Like, you've never had sex on the floor?
Maybe she's
How about
just
the
literal.
floor of a bus?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Never in the bus. Just to clarify, I've never. Yeah, I blocked that out of my memory because those scenes were so tough that I fucking
Wait,
tired.
I'm so confused. Did you have sex in a windowless bus? Window having bus?
I fucked in a U-Haul, but not in a bus.
Ooh, a U-Haul.
Up in mother's extra space.
More like an O-Haul. No, that was
Yeah.
terrible. That didn't.
V-Haul.
Yeah,
V-Haul.
V-Haul, D-Haul.
Exactly.
That's fun. I remember what it felt like on the floor of the bus, like it's the school bus. I don't know why I would like lay down on the floor just to like get away from it all, and like the grates and like the mats on the floor of the bus, and then like the dirt and the little bits. Like I don't know why I remember that so well, like what the floor of the school bus felt like. But for me, the banging thing was actually on the floor of a hostel. We had done a comedy show there, like you do when you do comedy in New York City. And God, this was years ago. And there was a cute Australian there. And I think he used to like work for Australian like Secret Service or something. He was like something military, and I was like, I couldn't resist. And he was like, I was like, oh, don't you have I think he asked me. He was like, I have a room up here, and then but it was like it's a hostel, so there's like multiple beds and people. Like his roommate was just like in there sleeping, and he tried to like bring me back, and then he was like, let's just go to the bathroom, and I was like, okay. But the floor of the bathroom in this hostel was pristine. It was the cleanest floor I'd ever been on. I was like,
no, it was not. There's no way that I lived in a hostel for a month. There's no way.
I was amazed too. This was like, I think 116th Street. And that was my biggest takeaway, not the sex, but just how clean the floor was. I was like, I need to go to the front desk after this. And
I'm going to say you have a memory for floors. It started with the bus. Now it's the hostel.
My brain is just like, is this your rock bottom? Because you're on the floor again. Yeah, very clean. I was like, I need to give my regards to the janitorial staff. That tells you how good the sex was. But it was, he had a really nice accent. I'm like, ooh, just keep like talking in my ear. It was fun. He was on top. It was good times. Who else has had sex on the floor?
I've had sex on so many floors. I can't really specify.
One.
I don't.
It's memorable.
Yeah, I had sex on a floor once, and it was in front of like one of those lengthwise mirrors, which was nice.
Ooh, yes.
Because like to me, I liked the idea of like seeing mostly myself.
Okay, yeah, because you're like, I'm the hot part of the sex.
I'm the hot part.
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me more than once, where I was like, honestly, I feel like if I was just looking at me, it'd be way better.
That's good. It's like sometimes I'll masturbate to like my potential,
Yeah.
I'll just think of.
Well, it's really funny when guys ask me for like naked pictures, and I'll like send them, a little something, and they're like, did you just take this? And I'll be like, oh no, this is stock photo. And they're like, as in you sent it to another guy? And I'll be like, no, I just take it for me.
But of course they're going to other guys, like.
No, sometimes, no, I really do just take them for me sometimes. And then like, if a guy trusts asks for one, I'm like, sure, why not? It's a good one.
Let's go to the card catalog. Whoop. That's
you
nice.
Images.
Yeah.
Now I want to see some.
Oh, I'll send you one.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I'll send you one.
Okay. All right. Getting excited over here.
Heating up. I wasn't expecting this kind of podcast.
It is heating up. Joslyn, I assume you've had sex on the floor.
I have.
Any floors of note?
So I think the most exciting one was in a hotel hallway, and I was with a guy, and he just started like eating me out on the floor. Yeah, it was like crazy.
That's fun.
I've had sex on multiple floors, but like it wasn't like anything eventful.
Yeah.
And no orgasms occurred, so like.
Right, because sometimes there's too much distractions going on. And you're like, oh God, I'm on a floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I'm on the floor too, I'm like, how did I get here? Like,
like you're just thinking about your life, like you're just like in review.
Why?
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Oh boy, that's funny. Okay, Joe.
Yeah, my memorable one was in high school when I'm 100% sure my mother watched at some point.
Watched you?
Well, she told me the next morning that she really didn't like this girl, so she had to catch on.
Okay.
And it was really good sex, like really.
Really?
Good.
What was it about?
For high school? It was really good because this lady, She was like banging college guys and professional athletes, so she was really good.
Ooh.
Professional athletes.
Yeah.
Any professional athletes we know?
Jim Kelly.
Who's that?
He used to be he went to the Super Bowl 4 times with the Bills.
Ooh, I thought you were gonna say like Robert Kelly's brother.
No, I'm older than you ladies, so that was a long time ago.
Oh, so is Robert Kelly.
Barely, just barely. Wow, that's cool. What makes for like really good sex for you, Joe? Is it? I feel like for men, it's like about enthusiasm, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's that, and if the chick's really into it and really hot.
Yeah. So yeah, it always helps to be hot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and say he doesn't know if the chick's ever really into it, so it's just she's hot.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, exactly.
Let's
Yeah.
be real. He has no idea. He's like, she really liked it. And she's like, it was trash, like full trash.
No,
So bad.
She came back for a couple more times, so
That doesn't mean anything.
Oh, really?
You had good Wi-Fi. You had good Wi-Fi. Come on. She was homeless.
No, I'm
we all know. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm pre-cell phone.
Caitlin coming in with the lightning bolts. Woohoo! Pew, pew.
Right. It's just sometimes men are like, no, she really liked it. And you're like, you don't really know that.
Oh, I have
No, she probably really liked my CD collection.
I have a piggyback off that. So never have I ever thought a stripper really liked me.
Ooh.
Well, just to piggyback off your point, Caitlin, like women sometimes act, So we were at this strip club in Utica, and it's like my favorite story ever because it was $20 and literally the best lap dance of my life. It's like me and my boyfriend, and she just like went down on me like right away, which I didn't know was gonna happen, but I was like,
wait,
thrilled.
like mouth to vagina down?
Yep. And straight up, I was not wearing underwear that night because I was trying to be like, sexy. I was trying. And I just was like, I was just holding onto the chair with both hands. I was like, oh my God. She just was like, regular lap dance, and then boom. And she was like, I'm bisexual. I'm like, yes, you are. But I was like giddy. I was like, oh my God. Like, it's almost like I was so like, I couldn't even enjoy it. I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, I think she really likes me, like, should we talk? Should I give her my number? Do we talk after this? But then I was like, no, I feel like maybe she's just doing her job well.
$20? Where was this?
40. No, it was 40. It was definitely 40, and it was in Utica.
That's still a steal.
It was very much a steal. Oh my God. I still talk about it. This happened years ago, and it's like still up there.
I feel like this could lead into my never have I ever, but also I don't want to jump the gun on other people having stripper stories, but I've never been to a strip club.
Ooh.
But I've made out with and had sex with strippers.
Ooh, male or female?
Female, of course.
Okay, never have I ever. Okay, then you can do your thing, so we can all drink.
Okay, so I never have I ever been to a strip club.
Nope, I've been.
Worked for many.
Oh, you never. Wait. I'm surprised by that little drinky poo there.
I have not.
Yeah. Wait, you have not. You've been to a strip club.
I've been to a strip club, but you said never have I ever. Oh, which means I've been, which means I drink. Wow, I fucked up. Right. Fucked it up.
Right.
So if we have, we drink. That's the deal?
Yeah, you're supposed to drink if you have. Did you guys fuck that up? Have you all been to strip clubs and you're just like,
strip club.
Wow, I really fucked up and explaining
you never know
all the rules.
Yeah, no, I've you know what's so weird? I just like, I always thought that because I've dated women my whole life, so the idea of going to a place and spending money to see women naked, I'm like, well, I could just
be myself. Yeah.
I could just do that. That's not hard.
Yeah.
I've been doing that. And also, I don't know, I've never had expendable money in that. I've never had like titty money. I'm like,
money. Yeah. Titty money.
Titty money. I'm like, I could buy like, a nice trip to the grocery store that way.
Oh yeah. Do I want tits or dinner?
Tits can get you dinner if you play it right.
What?
True.
Tits can get you dinner.
Oh, well, yeah.
So wait,
Man.
Caitlin, when did you meet and hook up with a stripper?
College.
Ooh.
So I considered, real talk, I considered being a stripper. It's not.
You would have been great. You would have been one of the
Thank you.
greats.
I think so. I've no body, like how women are like, I hate my body. I'm
like
I got,
self-consciousness. Yeah.
like, I got a pretty great body. I mean, it's different than other people's, but it is great.
Got a great bod. Got a great bod.
Thank you. I mean, like, not as big boobs as you have, but we all got what we got.
That's all I have. Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. But at the time I like couldn't find a job, and I was like talking to her and like making out with her at like bars and stuff. And then I was like, yeah, I think I might want to be a stripper too. And she was like, oh, I'll take you to my place, whatever. And I was like, cool. So it was like literally like a week away from doing it. And then my cousin got me a job as a dishwasher. And I was like, yeah, I need to do that. I got a job as a dishwasher. Thanks though. Like, I don't know if I comprehended the difference between monetary reward for it. But yeah, I went with the dishwashing instead.
That's not how I expected the story to end, but it's good.
Do you have dishwasher hands?
Yeah.
I do. No, I don't. Well, I became a prep chef, so I mean, I still kept with the masculine jobs, and
it's just a chef with a popped collar, you know. Yeah. Boat shoes.
Just fucking strippers and cooking apps.
Just bombed on my own Zoom. All right, that's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, Joslyn, do you have any fun strip club stories?
So one time, this was at 11 Miami, which is it's the only 24-hour strip club that we have. And I went with some of my friends. It was a bachelor party, and I was like the only girl that was allowed because they were like, no, Jocelyn's like gonna make it fun. And so, but it's funny, like this was way before I ever got into porn, but I'm not like one of those people that's gonna like throw money at a girl. Like, I make her work for it. I'm kind of mean in that way. So
you're like,
okay, what you got? Show me what you got. So
speak a language I don't know. Yeah.
So this girl just comes up to me and starts making out with me, and on stage, and I was like throwing a couple ones at her, and all of a sudden, like, this girl just makes her in, and I was like, okay, she just used me. Like, I totally support this. This is a very good idea.
Yeah.
But nothing like that has ever happened since. Like, that was my most exciting. Never had my pussy eaten in a strip club.
Yeah. It's going to be really hard to top that. And I was like really flattered and thrilled because when I came in, it's like, it felt like, I don't know, that like they hadn't seen a girl like all night, or maybe, I mean, it was not the classiest of places. You know what I mean? Like, we're on a budget. It's Utica.
It was a strip club. It's not a gentleman's club.
Yeah. So, and I just was like, I just felt like they were excited to see a girl. And I was like, I am super non-threatening. I am not going to try to finger anybody, Yeah. So it was exciting.
I think that's why they love girls in strip clubs, for that reason. It's like, because they can touch us and do things with us that they wouldn't normally do.
I've heard both, though. I've heard sometimes they don't like girls in strip clubs because the girls trying to like upstand the strippers, and they'll be like, look at me, I am also hot, I would like to go on the strip pole, and they're like, no, just get off of the stage, what are you doing, don't do that.
I can imagine, yeah, like they think like I have what it takes, like it's their sort of like open mic or open, they treat it like an open pole, but it's like, come on, this is like, it's like when the heckler gets up at a comedy show and you're like, no, I know you think you're funny, but like this is not your time to shine.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Joe?
So I was on a television show for the Playboy Channel called King of Clubs.
Ooh.
Which was shot in Las Vegas in the only all nude full bar strip club in Las Vegas.
Nice.
Because Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin liked hanging out there, and they told the mayor, hey, we're going to have a full bar here. And the mayor said, okay, you're Frank and Dean. So we did a show there for the Playboy Channel, and I got to play Vinny, and we had to try out. We had like 12 to 15 regular strippers So I was in the production team too. So I got to get 300 lap dances in like 3 days.
No,
So I had the strippers.
That's too many.
you had to try them out.
Yeah. But here's the good part. So here's the funny part of the story. So after we had the wrap party and we picked like our 15 girls and the whole production crew, we had a big party for everybody with about maybe 10 guys and 15 strippers. But I knew the strippers were gonna be strippers, so I paid for a couple hookers to come over because it was Vegas.
Escorts,
Yes, hookers, whatever.
ladies of the night.
Yeah, and so somebody laced me with a joint, and I got freaked out of my mind, and I went back to my room, and I didn't know that this chick I knew basically was dancing on the table and fell. And I remember she fell and cracked her head.
No.
But I didn't remember anything after that. So I was just back in my room. And there's a few other layers to the story, but I'll get to this point because it's one of the funnier parts. Is the next morning about 10:30 in the morning, my boss, the executive producer of the television show, goes, "Bartnick, get over here and get this dead hooker off my couch."
She died?
No, but she was still like groggy, so we got her in a car and sent her back to Utah. I never saw her again.
Was she injured?
Yeah, she had a lump on her head. She didn't die.
Oh my God. This sounds like the sequel to freaking, what's that movie? The Hangover.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty crazy night. It was really messed up, but that's the funny part. I just getting a phone call, "Hey, get this dead hooker off my couch."
Yeah. Was this one of the girls that had given you one of the 300 that had given you a lap
Yeah,
dance?
yeah, she was hired for the show, but she never came back to Vegas.
Well.
Her loss. She would have had a nice credit. She had a great TV credit from the Playboy Channel. She worked at a bank too. She was like moonlighting the whole thing.
Yeah, she's probably better working for a bank. That's why
I would tell.
Yeah, because her bank people probably wouldn't leave her passed out on a couch.
Yes, their bank coworkers would be like, "No, let's deposit her in her house." Sorry, that was terrible.
No, they'd be like, "Take her to the hospital." Holy shit!
It was like it was a crazy party. It was just funny getting that phone call.
For sure. That's cray. Okay, I'll do it. Never have I ever done too many drugs.
So if you have done too many, you drink. Is that the
Like,
point?
what are too many though?
Like felt out of control. Felt like,
oh no.
Yeah, you're like, "Oop, I missed the mark. I overshot." So I was, it was like the first time I ever had an edible. It's like everyone's story, right? Where you eat it and you're like, "I don't feel anything." So you eat like 3 times more. And then I was just like on the beach and it just like hit me so much. I was just like running around in a bathing suit, like just no shame, like running into the ocean head first, like doing cartwheels next to families and like nothing like all that crazy, but I just hated the feeling of feeling like so out of control. And like, I had probably done some, like, I don't know, felt like I had embarrassed myself. Now that I verbalize this story, it wasn't all that bad. It's not like I fucking like blew a dad or something, or, blew someone for nachos. I just like felt really out of it. What a lame story, guys.
Okay, so mine it's not great. So this was when I went to school in DC. I went to GW. And this was in 2010 when Colbert and who was it? Jon Stewart did the March on Washington.
I went to that. Yeah, like the rally for fear. Yeah. You went to that?
Yeah. Well, let me get to the story. So the night before, I thought it was going to be a great idea. I had this great idea that we were going to get an ounce of weed and put half of it in pumpkin bread and half of it in brownies. And so my friend who was from Denver helped me, cook everything. And we made them. And I woke up high the day of March. So that should have been my warning to slow down, but I didn't give a fuck. So before the march, I got 3 brownies and 4 pieces of pumpkin bread. because I was going to meet people at the march and give them the edibles. Well, I couldn't find anyone. It was packed. I couldn't find anyone. My brother was like, I couldn't find anyone. So I start getting hungry. So I start eating all the edibles, like every single piece. Yeah.
Out of hunger, you were eating them.
Yeah. And my friend had told me, listen, like she was from Denver. She was like, listen, I know you don't feel anything right now. You need to wait. I didn't listen. I was dizzy. I got so sick. Like I've never been that sick in my entire life. It was and ever since then, like I have so many edibles in my house. And ever since then, I'm like, okay, no, I'm going to take like a 20 milligram and then chill and see how I feel, because that was the most out of control I've ever felt. It was like, I wanted to take the highway.
Oh no. Well, you can save them. Halloween's coming up soon. Like when you have trick-or-treaters, you know. No, I'm actually, you know, give them to the parents. Give them to the weary-looking parents that are like with the kids. Don't drug children.
Yeah, I feel like with COVID though, they're definitely not going to want to do that. But
you think trick-or-treating is going to be? I'm going. I'm going with my my boyfriend and his 9-year-old son. We're going. We're going to be. I
want to go trick-or-treating with someone's kids.
Yes, we're going to be a group costume.
I want to weasel my way in. What's your costume?
So it's not anything, unless you're a kid, you're probably not going to know, but it's like, it's from a video game. Luigi's Haunted Mansion. Are you familiar? So it's basically Luigi, but he's got a fucking backpack that sucks up ghosts. And guess who volunteered to craft the backpack that sucks up ghosts? I was like, oh, I can do that. Meanwhile, I'm like, oh shit, how am I gonna? I'm in Home Depot cutting up a pool tube. Like, can you ring me up for this? They're like, you weren't supposed to cut that up. And buying spray paint and shit. And I'm like, oh, this will be fine. Like, I'll just buying like loose wheels to like glue to a child's backpack. That. Yeah, I was like, I really want to like make it special. And like I used to go to the mermaid parade like every year, and I would love to like make my own costumes and stuff. So there's part of me that really like comes alive in crafting. So and he was like, you have to be this ghost. And I looked it up and I was like, oh God. But she's actually kind of a svelte, cute, you know, like purple. Ooh. She has a boa, but her skin is purple. So my pores are I'm gonna have to say goodbye to that.
Take a few edibles. And then I just
have to cover myself.
You'll turn purple.
Okay.
That's how that works. I don't do drugs, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
I think you're thinking of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
God damn it. Just watch a lot of TV. I'm like, oh, doing drugs means that like you turn hot and also several colors.
I imagine like kids watching like Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory, or like that's probably what happens when you're on drugs. You just get big, you turn into like blue, purple, and they have to roll you out of there.
Yeah, you know? The Schnollsberries taste like Schnollsberries.
Yeah, I forget her name. I forget that character's name, the one that like ate them.
I mean, she's a chick who definitely does coke.
Oh, for sure. Like
that
the
character.
Adult version of her. Yeah. She does
like, give it to me. Give it to me now. You're like, oh, she does coke.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of bratty kids on that movie who like didn't really understand their place in the world.
Yeah.
But those are my childhood issues. All right. We're going to move this along.
Oh, I have a drug story.
Oh, okay.
I got several. I'm taking acid probably 200 times. And
what?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Isn't acid really bad for you?
It's good. It's good 198% of the time. I've only had 2 bad times.
They always tell you, oh, don't have acid because you'll never come back.
Yeah,
you know?
Well, yes, but it's like driving across the country. You're changed, but you're good.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I don't believe in mushrooms, because mushrooms is just like going to the airport. You got to get on LSD's getting on the plane.
Mushrooms can be nice.
Right?
It's a grandma drug.
So well, the one time, one of my good acid stories was I was at a Grateful Dead show in Buffalo, and someone poured liquid acid in my hand like this.
It comes in liquid?
Yeah, like an eyedropper, and someone just
Did it burn your hand?
It actually did, which is a sign of I shouldn't have taken that much of it.
Yeah, but Chrissy's thinking actual acid. That's why she's saying that.
Face acid.
Oh no, not like they
from the
throw
news.
On,
Yeah.
not like they throw on snitches. No.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I would get if I, was caught reading in another country. I don't know.
Her
Oh,
hair is showing. Ah!
Ah, get those ankles out of here.
They
So-
hate redheads.
So I go
This
into the
world.
show, and it was all good. And then my buddy, because I had no idea where we parked. We parked like on some campground. I had no idea. I went in, and halfway through the show, my buddy goes, "I'm going over here. I'll see you." And he told me afterwards, he knew as soon as he said goodbye that he would see me in a police car.
Oh no.
Cut to, it's about 4 hours after the show. I'm walking around, just having a good time, and I'm like, I have no idea anything. Like, I have no idea about anything. So I got rid of all my stuff that would get me arrested. So when I was
Like
picked
what?
up, my weed, my bowl, everything that's illegal in Buffalo in 1988.
Oh.
So then I threw that away. And the cops did come and pick me up, and they said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm looking for a lake."
Wait, was it, did you have that mustache at the time? Was it because they thought you were one of their own?
Yeah,
Were they
no.
like, did we lose you? They just like took you in. They're like,
I
come
know.
on.
I was waiting for it took 44 minutes for the mustache. I know. It pisses so many people off. That's why I'm never going to shave it, probably. It's so annoying.
It's cute.
Oh, thanks. You didn't have
It's
to
very
say that.
70s.
Yeah, it's very much like, pandemic. I thought once I was doing shows that I would shave it, but then I started doing all these big shows and I never did. So I'm like, whatever.
Yeah,
But
just keep it.
it's going to go at some point. But so I literally, they pick me up and they go, "We're just going to take you downtown. You're not arrested." So I wasn't doing anything wrong. So they go, "What's wrong with you?" And I go, "The truth is I just took way too much acid." The cop was like,
Oh.
so I had no idea where, I didn't know where I was at. I didn't know anything. So they took me down and then they said, "We're going to give you a bunch of tests and then we'll let you go." They said, "We know where you're at." I said, "Okay." So they looked at my eyes a bunch of times and then I sat down and they go, "You got to get up." And I'm like, "What?" I pretended like I couldn't move. And then so I made like 4 cops pick me up, put me down. And then they go, "Shut your eyes for 30 seconds and then open them."
Whoa.
And I had my eyes shut, and I thought my eyes were shut for like 3 hours, and I was fucking with them. And I opened them up, and they go, "That was 4 seconds."
So your whole
And then-
sense of time is fucked.
Yeah, and then they go, and they took me, and they drove me. They took me right to where my buddy's tent was, but they knew exactly what I was talking about, and it was killer.
Whoa.
But yeah, I got arrested, or I got taken into custody for about 5 hours on LSD.
Wow.
What did they charge you with?
Nothing, because I did nothing illegal.
They just were holding you.
Yeah, they were just like, whatever, for my protection or whatever. They just wanted to give me some tests and fuck around with me. But there was nothing I could do because I could never find my way. I didn't know where I was at, let alone find my way where I was at. There was no cell phones or anything.
Wow, those were the good old days.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was nice.
They were
to-
not. I looked for a friend once in Kmart for like 40 minutes.
If you're in Kmart, you just got to leave your friend there. Jesus. Kmart.
Yeah,
We
it's
had
like
things to do.
it's like an unspoken agreement that you'll wait for them like either at the cash register or like at the exit or outside, like right outside.
Yeah,
True.
why don't we go to customer service and have them call their
Paige.
I tried. They told
Yes.
me that they couldn't because she wasn't a child. I should have just told them, yeah, she's real immature.
Yeah, I lost my daughter. She's really young. She's 30, but
name?
There is a Kmart actually. Where the hell were we at? Oh, I was in Connecticut. And it was closed. It was like boarded up. Just like a month ago.
Oh, yeah, they
Damn.
don't exist anymore. Nothing does. COVID has killed everything. Except for the president, just saying.
Target is lots of people in his posse have had it and are fine. Target is,
I know.
yeah. I guess it's not that big a deal.
If that fat fuck Chris Christie isn't dead, I mean, he's a walking pre-existing condition.
Totally.
There's no way.
Yeah,
It's
That's
all.
why it puts me at ease. I'm like, oh, it's all fine.
I
Everything's
feel
gonna
like
be
there's
okay.
like an Egyptian conspiracy somewhere in here.
I mean, there's definitely
like ancient aliens. Like this is definitely an episode of Ancient Aliens in like a few years.
I feel like I'm from another planet. Like I know that sounds crazy, but I just feel like I'm like wise in ways that I shouldn't be.
Yeah. And you got big ass eyes and yeah.
Oh God! Anyone see a picture of Madonna lately? Holy shit! She looks like if you had told a child to just draw a lady alien because she just has these crazy big cheeks.
Remember
She looks like
on
a
the
crazy alien.
Simpsons when Mr. Burns was like on acid or something,
Yes,
and
and
he
his
looked like
eyes
an
got
alien.
really big.
I feel like that's what she gets closer and closer to with every passing year.
Yeah, she looks fucking crazy.
Yeah, I thought Cowboy Madonna was going to be like the last version of Madonna.
That
That was
would've
like
been a-
20 years ago.
That would have been a great like getting off point.
I
Like,
love Lucky
yeah.
Star. Lucky Star is my Madonna. That's my Madonna. She just should have stayed Lucky Star Madonna.
Was that the one? Was that the
Before you
movie?
ladies were born. No,
Well,
like 1983. You know,
You're
Lucky
trying to
Star?
get at our ages?
No, I
Well,
know
I'll
you're
tell
younger
you.
than me.
No, I was born in 83. Yeah, baby.
I was born in
Oh,
69.
I'm 84.
I was born in
Ooh.
I didn't know you were older than me.
I'm
Yeah, so
older 'cause I'm an alien.
Madonna was on MTV
Yeah.
doing Lucky Star.
My favorite Madonna was Confessions on a Dance Floor. I love that album. And I saw her live with my sister at Madison Square Garden. It was the summer. She had like, and some of the, some of the papers talked about it, but she had all the ACs off because of her fucking voice. And then she started like 45 minutes late. That was crazy. But we were like, I was like, I couldn't have bought a $70 shirt sooner. I was just like, I was like, yes. And like, it all makes sense while you're there. You're like, oh yeah, I have to have this. And then as soon as you get home, you're like, why the fuck did I spend $70 on a t-shirt?
And then you wear it to bed every night and you're like, this is to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, it was an unspecial shirt. It was like pink with like purple, like fireworks on it.
That's ridiculous. That's a lot. Wow.
That's like really insane. And my sister got the cheap concert t-shirt, which was like $60. Ugh.
You got to get the one outside for $10.
You're right. Yeah. Like the guy that smells like beef jerky. He's got the deals.
Yeah. I bought my daughter the $80 Rolling Stone t-shirt last year.
Oh, you have a daughter? Aw.
Yeah.
Does she actually like the Rolling Stones?
She's an actress, so she at least pretends good enough to make me happy.
Okay.
Yeah, who doesn't
That's
like
cool.
the Rolling Stones, right? Yeah, you like the Rolling Stones.
For sure.
Yeah.
I like
She's
all
like,
this.
no,
No.
that one.
I'm a big hip hop fan, so like I obviously I know who the Rolling Stones are, and like I grew up listening to Billy Joel and Bruce Springsteen, but other than that,
Yeah. You know what I don't like for some reason? I don't know why this gets on my nerves when parents like put their babies in like a Ramones stretchy, and like that baby doesn't appreciate the Ramones, like I don't like that fucking toddler doesn't have good music taste yet. What the fuck? I don't know why
That's
that makes
all
me
I
mad.
do. All I do is buy onesies for my friends with AC/DCs on the front. Like
I do love though if you ever put on like I used to like putting on Dropkick Murphys, like punk music for or ska or whatever for the babies I used to nanny, and they would just like start like they would just like but whatever they would get really into it, and I was like, I love this. I love the babies will listen to the craziest music and just be like, this is amazing. So you never know.
That's what's great about
the
babies.
one thing I know about music and little babies is that they love strong male voices.
Oh wow, you're just gonna have to make it sexist right now?
Is it like soothing to them?
Yeah, because when I do sets and come home late at night, and then I would have like the overnight shift with my daughter, and I love the blues, so I would play like Muddy Waters or BB King, and that's how my daughter would really be cool and fall asleep.
Well, it's the vibrations.
Aww.
Babies like vibrations. That's why they like it when you hold them close to your throat when you're singing or humming.
What if I gave a baby my vibrator to hold? Would it fall asleep sooner?
It would love the shit out of it. I'm saying.
Like, who's ruled on this? Whoops.
Just like put it against the bed while you're putting him to sleep, and it's like.
That seems so wrong.
There are literal things that rock babies, and I swear to God, like you press the button and you're like, this is like a big ass vibrator, right? Like that's what's going on.
I tried to sit on one once.
And how was that?
It was fun.
Is that where the mustache came from?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually my sister-in-law was telling me that my nephew was really into electronic dance music, and I was like, "Oh, that's cute." He's like not even 3 yet, but he was like bopping to it. I don't even know why they had it on. They're like kind of squares in North Carolina, but I was like, that sounds cool. Oh, I miss my family. Oh, I want to travel again. All right. Let's get it back to fun. Okay, here we go. Who's got another one?
Wait, can I do one?
Yes.
All right. This is one I actually wrote down. It wasn't just like a came into my head. All right. So never have I ever been the person that someone has cheated on their significant other with.
Oh, you've been the cheatee?
I've been the cheatee.
Yes, but I didn't know till after the fact. It sucked.
Oh, see, I knew. Well, no, some of them I knew, some of them I didn't. It's happened to me a few times. But, the worst one was when I I feel like if you've already had sex with the person, that's almost like okay grounds, you know? I don't know how everybody else feels about this. Yeah, it's not that it doesn't count, it still counts, but like my ex, we were buddies, but we were buddies who like still hooked up, and he had to go back to India for his parents' wedding, so I went with him because he's like, yeah, you want to come with me? I was like, sure. It took like months to plan. It was whatever. And then I got a message from his girlfriend that was like, hey, I'm his other girlfriend. Did you know he had another girlfriend? And I was like, no, we don't really talk about that stuff. And then I was like, but that's his business. Because I was like, oh,
it's so awkward. I never understood why girls do that. Like, if you're a girl dating a guy and you know he's fucking around, like, the last thing I would do would be to reach out to that girl, because it's not that girl's fault. It's like the fucking dude's fault. I would just be like,
I mean, there are instances like I was dating a guy who I knew he was talking to his ex still, and then I got mad because he continually said, I've told her several times we broke up, and also, mind you, I did look at his phone. So I knew
that's always the worst. You're never.
I did know the conversations that had gone on, and I was like, yeah, he has said it to her, and then I was like, you know what, she should friggin' know. So I was like, let me go ahead and just let her know. Also because I left him because I was like, I don't want you talking to her anymore. This is ridiculous because you're not telling her about me. You're just telling her like we broke up, but you're not saying also I am seeing someone different. And so I informed her, but I think the fact that this girl's reaction to it was to get mad at me, I was like, yeah, that's not our relationship. You need to talk to him about what you guys are doing, because like that's not my thing. But also I've done it other times, and those girls do not know. So
were you like okay with the idea of being open-ish? You know, like
I'm very okay with being open on my own end. Mm-hmm. And then my other thing is, if other people are cheating on their...
Joslyn, come back! We've walked her. I was like, oh no, I made her feel excluded.
If other people are cheating on their significant other with me, if I don't know that person, I'm like, well, I don't know who you're dating. You made an agreement to them. I didn't.
True. Yeah. I one time was a cheatee. Oh God, this was like, I think I was maybe like, I think it was 2014, summer 2014. That was my big hoe summer. Like Google Calendar was full. And it was a 3-way with 2 dudes. It didn't start out that way. It was just like a internet like app date with one of them. And he just brought his friend. And I just was like, didn't have the heart to be like, isn't this a date? Why is your friend
here? You seem very fun.
I was just like, sure, now this is just a hang. And then he was like, do you want to go back to my apartment and drink whiskey? And I didn't even like whiskey at the time. And I was like, sure. And then it like weirdly turned into a 3-way. But I really felt like I was sort of supervising their first gay experience.
Ooh, probably.
I felt like I was like, I'm gonna let you too. No, they were what?
Have they come out since? Like,
no, I haven't seen or spoken to any of them ever again.
So they might have.
Right, because it was like, but then one sort of alpha barked out the other one, like, get out of the other room, you know, like, and then I was like, oh, great, now I have twice the work. And I was like, all right, I'll finish with him. I'll get to you and I'll be there in 10 minutes. I was like, this is all of a sudden a lot of work for me. This 3-way is now just like, ugh, It's just a lot of hard work. And then as I'm leaving, the first guy, the one who like barked out the other one, was like, don't get mad at me, but I have a girlfriend. And I was like, oh, it was like everything about the night sucked. And that was just like, I was like, oh, and you're a cheater on top of this? Like, fuck all,
I'm gonna say
y'all.
you should have called that girlfriend and said, "Hey, BT Dubs, your boyfriend's gay."
Yeah. I'm not here to tell you that he's cheated on you. I'm here to tell you he's gay.
Good.
Enjoy. Yeah, give him a couple of drinks and put something in his butt. Yeah. That story felt like a lot, but yeah.
I liked it.
Thanks.
Good story. What app was it? Was it Tinder or Grindr?
Thrinder. I was a big Thrinder aficionado.
Wait, you were on Thrinder and you were surprised?
Yes, in the heyday. But I met this guy actually, but you could meet single people off of Thrinder. Like I met plenty of just like one person, you know, like I would go on regular one guy dates because they were on Thrinder. Like sometimes it would be like, oh, let's get together and then we'll find a third. It was like almost like
that's like going
scavenger hunt
on
element.
That's like going on what is the Jews meet one?
J-date?
It's like going on J-date and being like,
let's find a Jew.
And I started dating this like black guy who's not Jewish, but you know, sometimes they're on J-date and it's like, no, what was you?
Imagine there's like a Nazi sort of dating app. It's like thinly veiled, like, oh, let's meet up and then find Jews.
Yeah, it's called farmersonly.com.
Oh my God. No, this was like a weird, yeah, you find one person, then we'll figure it out. And so I had a few dates that were just like, I'd meet the one guy and then we would just end up hooking up because, you know, we didn't have that much energy to go like seek out a third. I mean, like.
Seems like a good move, actually.
Yeah. And like it really, meeting on an app takes away so much like conversation and you know, it really like cuts to the chase because if you're just trying to find a three-way in your regular life, it's like a lot of drinks, a lot of convincing. It's you know, it has to be someone's birthday. It's a couple. They're trying to spice up their relation. So
you hang out with really wholesome people then, because I've had a lot of threesomes in my life.
That's fun. I would like to have more. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but yeah, dating the same.
I feel that women can always have threesomes.
Because we're like people pleasers.
Yeah.
I mean, we can. That doesn't mean we want to.
No. We just.
I've had so many people offer, and I'm like, yeah, one of you is attractive, the other one, nope. Mm-mm.
I mean,
yeah.
I've had like 5, and I don't, you know, and I'm just a normal dude.
Ooh, but you've done like lots of acid.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I've done comedy for 23 years, but other than that.
Oh, yeah.
People, I feel like women will have sex with comedians far more than any other. Now, I don't want to say any other profession, but just in general, like, and I'm saying this as a comedian who women have wanted to have sex with, you know, like I've had more women want to have sex with me as a comedian than men.
Ooh. Probably because you're confident, you're sassy, you're great on podcasts. You have tattoos, which means you're edgy.
No, but I think it's a thing though. Women like funny people, whereas men are just like, well, that's intimidating.
It is
annoying.
annoying.
I don't know. How long have you been doing comedy?
I don't know, like 5 years.
Yeah, I think that's totally in the range of the whole Me Too thing, and it's like, you know, I think in the 80s and 90s, I think way more comics in 2000s were banging other comics. And I think it's just...
Yeah, but everybody now is also banging other comics. Like, who among us?
No, but I mean, not like it used to. I mean, I think way more like in the open mic scene or the showcase scene.
Heyday.
But nowhere near as much as like, okay, you want to get on, you want to go, you just want to be a comic. And hey, look, there's 10 comics. It'll make you a comic tonight, sweetie.
Oh, you mean that sort of like one-up situation?
Yes.
You might be right. I don't know.
I am right. I'm 100% right.
Yeah, Me Too really screwed everything up.
Yes. No more good female features anymore.
We got to go back to the pre-2 era.
I'm just kidding. I was not into that scene. I really wasn't.
Good.
Bad. I mean, waitresses, yes, but
Waitresses, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much better and more fun to be a dude stand-up comic. Even like the best and worst scenarios, like you're more likely to be okay roughing it in a shitty room on the road. You know, you like there's no like possible scenario in which you're gonna get pregnant and have to like bow out to raise a kid. Like you can find someone
you're also
who can have a
excused
kid.
for the jokes that nobody likes, more so than women.
You can talk about your genitals and it's not as triggering as it when girls do it. There's so many more bonuses.
I don't know about that.
I think it's easier. You never have to deal with the like, oh shit, do I want to have a kid or not? Do I have to change my whole life?
You just need to get $300, or I don't know what the going rate is now. And then you have an abortion.
No,
joke.
I mean like to have like if you wanted to have one.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
this is
Joe
we
Bartnick,
wanna have it.
you Joe Bartnick wouldn't have to like bow out to like be pregnant. You know, you just make somebody else do it.
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't know. It's definitely easier for a man to be a comic, but I think it's gotten a lot easier for women to be comics in my career, much so. And a lot of it because I think guys are more sympathetic to women than they used to be.
Aw, that's nice.
Yes. And on a very
Wait a minute, sympathetic like you feel bad for us and that's why we get anything?
No, but I think you're given more fair shots. I think there's less Me Too's. I think there's more people being like open to all this.
I mean, I also think that's a mixed bag because like I've had male comics tell me that I wasn't allowed to say things, and I was like, wait a minute, but I have a vagina.
Aw.
Like even the ones who are like super woke are still the ones who are just like, you can't say this, and that. I'm like, I'm a gay woman. What do you mean?
Woke people are the worst people on earth.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but I feel like that's.
I mean, woke comics aren't even comics. They're just like they're going to give a political speech. You know, I mean, I don't even understand woke people. That's not even funny. But you know,
some of them are good. Like
punching down is comedy. Punching up is you want to be a senator. Punching down has been comedy for hundreds of years.
The show went off the rails.
Off the rails.
We're off the rails.
Never have I ever been a senator. Just saying.
Yeah. No, I know, but any comic that tells you can't say something should shut the fuck up because you can say whatever you want.
Within reason.
The risk, the funny has to be worth the risk. Like, yeah.
Right.
I think if you're pushing it on
but that's
something,
for both sexes, though. That's for both sexes.
Yeah. It's equal opportunity. I mean, I think the thing, so I not to like, I'm sure you're trying to wrap it up, not to say, but I had a fan recently say something to me where he was just like, oh yeah, my friends say that like, you know, my jokes are they hurt people and they're mean. And then I was like, well, are they mean? Do they hurt people? And I was like, just
their words, yeah.
I was like, just because we say things and you think you could try it out doesn't mean you're not being mean to your peers. Like that's if they say it's mean, listen to them and be like, what? All right, was that too much? You know, like if nobody laughed, maybe there's something about that.
Yeah, if no one laughs, you always have to adjust. I feel bad. We're totally having it's like such a comedian-heavy convo with poor Joslyn here.
Joslyn's not a comic?
No, she's a porn star.
Oh.
That's why she said
I'm sure she has opinions.
She of course has opinions. But like I feel like we're talking about the internal nitty-gritty of the comedy world. And I wonder if that's annoying for people that are like
it's not. It's interesting.
I apologize. I was sticking up for women.
Well, stop.
I'll go back to the cave.
Yeah.
Well, Joslyn, I'm sure you have Joslyn, I'm sure you have people that like say things within your industry for sure that you're just like, yeah, that it's still different for women, you know?
Yeah, well, it's honestly like it's the only industry where we kind of have the upper hand, so it's kind of nice.
What do you mean by that? Like women have more power than men in porn?
They pay more. People want to see us more. People don't really care about the male talent or what his name is. I mean, how many male porn stars can you name off the top of your head? Probably less than 5.
Kieran Lee, Seth Gamble, Manuel Ferrara,
Why'd you have to challenge her?
Lexington Steele. Alex Jets.
I don't even know those guys.
She's talking about the regular people.
These are just people I've interviewed. That's why it's easy to name them.
Oh, okay.
God, yeah, that's right. But like the pen of male talent is like maybe 10 or like.
Yeah, it's 10
15.
guys.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. So, and I've definitely had. I was in a shoot. I was working with J-Mac, and I was sucking his dick, and there was spit all over the floor, and the director was like, "Excuse me, like, can you not spit? You know, I have to clean that up later." And J-Mac was like, "I like it." So
Yeah. And then you spit more. Like,
yeah, I made a mess. I was like, "Yo, your
You have a
house."
point.
Shut up! Like, you're an idiot. Let me do my thing.
Joslyn, who was your favorite to work with, guy or girl, or people that you've had fun? If you don't want to pick a favorite.
I have like a top 5.
Okay.
So Johnny Castle, for sure. J-Mac, Sarah J.
Oh, okay.
Trying to think who else. Maggie Green, and then probably Richard Mann. Yeah.
Do you tell him you're the man, Richard? So his name could be Dick Man.
Yeah.
Dick Man.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he just go with that?
I don't know. Richard Mann.
Dick Man. That's perfect for porn.
I don't know. You'd have to get him on your podcast and ask him yourself, I guess.
I want to meet Dick Man.
He's been around for a very long time, but he's like,
Ooh.
I don't like guys that pound. Like,
No, nobody likes that. Yeah. Nobody likes, right, Joe? Are you a pounder?
Yeah, if I'm in a hurry.
You're in a hurry? Got an appointment?
I got shit to do. Depends.
I don't like the shifters, like guys who like change position every 5 seconds, and they're like, now this. I'm like, oh,
They're just trying to buy time.
Really? Really?
Buy time for what?
not bust. He's absolutely correct about that.
Thank you, Jocelyn. This is a professional right there.
Wow.
What do you mean, though? I don't know what that means.
This is some real insight here.
He's got a good pussy, girl.
Oh.
Like he's trying to distract his penis.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be a 1-minute man and embarrass himself. So he's
They got doing this, doing that, that's a lot of pyrotechnics. He's not just getting the job done.
But
okay.
Why does that help rather than just taking a deep breath and like?
Once the train leaves the station, the train leaves the station.
Yeah.
There's no, once it's coming, that's it.
Like once it's an express, it can't be a local.
Yeah, you
It's
can't
not
just
gonna-
you can't just take a breath. It's coming. The breath makes it worse. Then it's a weak train.
I like the express. I like it to just like happen. Like I don't want anything to be unnatural. Like if it's gonna happen in like a minute, then make it happen in a minute, and then we can revisit later.
But would you see that guy again? That's the question.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
like, Jocelyn's like, no, you would.
No, I'm just taking it all in.
No, I'm gonna say
Depends where you are in the courting.
the guy I wouldn't see again is the guy who tries to have sex with me for like 40 minutes to an hour, and then like I get like a UTI or some shit, and I'm like, yeah, I told you to stop having so much things. It's too much. At some point, it's too much. I'm 36. That's too much. I don't need all that.
I'd say like the sweet spot's like 15 to 30 for me. But if I've been working out a lot and I'm like sore, I'm like, come on, figure it out.
Yeah, I'm out. Like I orgasm several times and very quickly, so it's like it's tiresome. It's too much.
Yeah.
Sounds like you have a great vagina.
Now, is there a shot clock on the set? Like, is there a shot clock? Like, you have to.
I wish.
Oh, really? So it's up to the guy, however long he wants to take it to.
Yeah. And so the first series that I was in on Black Patrol, I was on contract, and it was all amateur guys. And like people always ask me like, what was your experience when you first got in the industry? And I'm like, listen, like these were 8 to 12 hour shoots. I was dressed as a cop, sweating, dripping sweat in Miami in like the worst conditions. Like abandoned warehouses, on tires outside, on fucking rooftops, in stairwells. So like now when I go to a shoot and it's like 2 hours, I'm like, this is really nice.
It's like you were doing open mic porn.
Yeah.
It's awful. It was
paying
like
her dues.
I wanted to quit every fucking day. Like every day I would go home and I'd be like, why am I doing this? And then 4 or 5 scenes in, they were like, you have a contract. And I'm like, well, I can't back out now. Like mom didn't raise no bitch. So it's time to go all in. But those were like, it was, and I had no experience on any other porn set because I had started that way. So people were like, wait, what are you used to? I'm like, a normal set. And I'm like 8 to 10 hours. They're like, no. We'll be done in like 2.
Wow.
So,
Is it worth it though, like monetarily? Like, because I feel like people think you guys make so much money, and then like, I don't know.
Here's the thing: it's a long game, it's not a short game.
Right. Okay.
That's what she said.
So you have to really be dedicated. Like the whole reason why I got into it is that I kind of wanted to like build a name for myself, so that if I wanted to do something else, like what Sasha Grey did, what Mia Khalifa did, I could sort of build off of that. But I didn't get into it for the money, because if you're into it for the money, honestly, you'll be in and out in 6 months.
Really? Because you can make a lot of money in 6 months?
Yeah, like people always say to me, oh, they're like, porn's not a job. I'm like, it absolutely is a job. It is blood, sweat, and motherfucking tears.
And other fluids. Yeah.
Yeah, and arching your back for 2 hours at a time. Like it's tough. It's not easy. I'm not saying that I don't love it, but
wait, did you say you once sucked cock for 2 hours?
Oh no. So when we were on Black Patrol, a lot of times like the guys would be like, oh, suck my dick, get me hard. And my director would be like, stop it. Be like, I know you jack off in real life. I need you to go over in the corner and jack your fucking dick off because the girls are tired and their fucking faces are blue, and we need you to come because I'm tired.
I thought that's what fluffers were for. Is that a myth?
No, fluffers are not a real thing.
Fluffers don't. There's no interns, right? There's no like.
I'm mad for you now. Fluffers should be a real thing. How is that not a real thing?
It should. I agree with you. It should be a real thing, but like honestly, it's up to the guy to fluff himself. I hate to say it.
Oh, that's true though.
Ooh,
Men should fluff themselves.
Like,
right, because if a girl is
and that's why being a male porn star is so difficult. Because like, if you have 1 or 2 bad days, like that's it. Like
really?
Yeah, they don't want to wait on you. I don't want to fucking wait on you.
Yeah. Wow. But that's so much of your penis getting soft is sometimes mental or anxiety, or there's, 10 dudes holding equipment. Like
penises don't like heat. If you're shot, like, you know what I mean?
Really?
That's why like there's so few ones that people know off the top of their heads, because it's so tough. And
yeah.
So,
I feel like any narcissist I've ever dated gets hard so quickly. So I feel like there must be so many male narcissists.
Because they love themselves. Yeah.
Because they love themselves so much. They're just like, bam, right there.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like with Johnny Castle, it was like he just loves like women, and he likes making women.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
He's really good at what he does. But like
it's Johnny Castle boy. I don't know him, but I like him.
Is he part of the? Is he part of the White Castle family?
No.
Hamburger millionaire, heir to the White Castle throne.
That's why he gets hard so easily. He's like a French fry baby.
Yeah.
I'm like a little burger. I did not.
But I mean, it could be that he wasn't into us at all, and he just acts and makes you think that you're into him.
That's what men should do, because that's what we do for you. We always make you feel like hot shit. I don't know.
Oh, I'm not a nice person. If I think you're not hot shit, I go, what are you doing down there?
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm not like, it's different. Like in my personal life, I'm a little nicer, but like on set, I'm like, you need to shower. I know you just took a shit. Like,
so guys come on set and don't shower.
Yeah, or like, or I remember I read this tweet once, and it was like, oh yeah, a girl told me she's in porn, she only showers once a week. And I was like, what?
No, how?
That's
Yeah,
a lie.
I'm like, what? I mean, I only wash my hair every other day, but like I'm showering my coochie at least once a day, if not 2 or 3 times a day.
So
I feel like that's
COVID
not true.
changed anything? Has COVID changed anything on set or anything like that?
I mean, we have to get tested like regularly. And so for our STD tests, a COVID test is included. Now, like it's mandatory.
Do they do it up the nose, or is it like the different version? Okay.
All
Thank God.
everybody's complaining, and I was like, come on, like.
Just pretend it's a skinny penis. Yeah.
Okay, sure. That's where we draw the line, I guess.
I hated the one that was up the nose, and like my good friend who like did a lot of cocaine was like, "Oh, I thought it was a breeze."
I didn't think the one up the nose was that bad. I was expecting it to really be messed up, and it was fine.
I didn't like it.
I guess you've done a lot of cocaine then.
Probably. Well, my nose has been broken so many times. It doesn't really
Oh
matter.
no! Never have ever broken a bone.
Really?
Oh wait, I actually have never broken a bone. So
Same.
not drinking.
I broke ribs. I got mugged. It was not pleasant.
Mugged?
I got mugged. I chased the guy. He stole my phone, and I have no idea what was wrong with me. He punched me in the face. I fell, broke ribs, and I looked up, and he hadn't run away, so I got real mad about that. I was like, "You're supposed to run away!"
Where were you?
In Washington Heights, and then so I started chasing him, and I was like shit talking. I was like, "Yeah, you better run, motherfucker! Track MVP, bitch! I'll be right here."
With broken ribs, you're doing this.
Oh, I was like adrenaline up to here. Like there was no stopping me. But eventually, like a like fat hipster dude was like give her phone back, and he like stopped slowly and like gave the phone to the hipster guy. And like a true feminist, I was like, "Oh, you give my phone back to a man, but not to me."
Just, you got it back and you didn't die.
I didn't die, but breaking ribs, boy, oh boy, does that hurt. Like the next day I was like, "What is wrong with me?"
Just from a fall? Like how did they break?
Yeah, he knocked me out. So I fell on, like my whole body weight fell onto my ribs.
You gotta carry something, a tiny knife, pepper spray, something.
I mean, he punched me from behind. I didn't know. I could have defended against it. It was literally just.
Were you looking at your phone?
I was on my phone. I was talking on my phone. I was like this, and then he like I was walking my dog. So I had the dog in one hand, the phone in the other, and I was quitting my job at the time. So like I usually would never carry my phone or talk on it while I was like out at night. In like I live in Harlem now, but like in Washington Heights, either of those places. But I was like, I gotta quit my job.
What did your dog think? Was your dog like, felt like it had to protect you?
No, he very quietly went back to the apartment to wait for me.
Oh,
God.
Oh, that's precious.
He's the most beautiful. I don't know if I've ever showed you a picture of my dog. He is like a master splinter. He like just like all the whiskers. He's very old looking.
What kind of dog do you have?
It's a terrier mix. He's very
dogs.
cute.
You guys don't know any self-defense?
No, of course. I used to be a bouncer.
Really?
So what do you know?
Well, the women are like, really?
Really?
Yeah, I know how to take somebody off of their feet. I know how to like.
You Krav Maga, karate, judo. What do you know?
No. Yeah, I know how to punch somebody in the throat. I know not to punch. I know to use my elbow. ARE, always remember the elbow. Ladies, very important. You can break your hand on somebody's face or various other portions. Just use an elbow. Also, you have no nerve endings in your elbow, so it won't hurt you as bad.
I was walking around like this.
It's more like a this motion, not a like
yeah. Get away from me.
Wait, what was that song? I feel like there's a song where it's like
the chicken dance.
So you're doing the chicken dance. But yes, no, I can absolutely defend myself.
Because my daughter does karate. I think every woman should know how to defend.
Yeah.
Every woman should know self-defense.
I'm gonna sign up for Cobra Kai.
Yeah. I grew up doing Taekwondo.
Ooh.
But when I was a kid, like I have an older brother and he would drown me in the pool.
Oh my God.
My mom would always say, just grab his nuts and twist. And so,
Thanks, Mom.
thanks, Ma.
They
So,
come right off like an apple.
yeah, so I feel like, I mean, I lived in DC for 4 years. No one ever came up to me. I'm like, I'm 5'9", I'm pretty big. So like, no one really wants to fuck with me anyway. But if they do, like, I'll just knee the shit out of them.
I mean, a lot of it is just what is it, muscle memory. So if you used to do those things, you'll have a muscle memory for it. Well, like I had an issue where and I felt bad, but like I was talking to my ex-boyfriend and we were like messing around, like kind of sparring, but not really sparring. We were like at the bar, and then one of my guy friends came up behind me and he put his hand on my shoulder and he like was joking around and he was like, hey, and I like didn't even think, and went bam, and I elbowed him in his face and he started profusely bleeding, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, and his first reaction was go, it's okay, shouldn't have grabbed you.
Wow. Aw.
So it's all muscle memory. Like you won't even realize, like if something happens to you, all of a sudden you'll be like, oh, I do know how to do all these things if you've had training like you
I don't know, because I was a gymnast as a child and I can't do any of that shit now.
You
No.
can't
You
don't
walk
have
in
to
a
do
balance beam.
I can't do round back handspring backflip.
But if you have adrenaline, maybe you could. Maybe you'd be like, roundhouse backflip.
If it was a life or death situation, maybe I could whip out a back handspring.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If someone had a gun to my head and do a split, I would muster one up, but it wouldn't be pretty.
It's funny. I was kicked out of gymnastics when I was 5. So
No, why?
I was beating the shit out of this little girl. We weren't friends anymore. And so I was like fighting with her. And they were like, listen, we think that
She sounds like she deserved it. Go ahead.
really did, because her name's Courtney. And so,
Courtney's, I've never met a good Courtney. Yeah.
Isn't that the truth?
no, so they were like, listen, Courtney has more of a gymnast body type. So we're going to let her stay in the group. And we're going to like.
What?
Wait, they picked her over you for body?
Like,
That's not cool.
Big. It's like a big girl already.
That's fucked up. You were 5. Come on.
No, but it's fine. Like, I wanted
That's
to
not fine. They height shamed you. I don't like that.
Yeah, height shaming is no good.
body shamed me. I'm not really sure which one it was, but I was definitely, I'm not really sure, but I had an older brother, so I wanted to play soccer and I did roller hockey. But I did recently.
You should do roller derby. I do roller derby. I'm a former roller derby player.
You seem like the roller derby type, Caitlin.
I can't draw blood though. Like I can't. That's the
Well,
thing.
Well, you wouldn't draw blood in roller derby. That happens by accident sometimes, but
you make other people bleed.
You make other, but by accident sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. But I recently wrestled a guy. It was a porn scene, and I wrestled a guy. I'm like 160, 165, and he was like 205, and I almost had him. But
was that part of the porn or for fun?
That's part of the scene. Like you wrestle him, and then the loser has to get fucked.
Joe's getting turned on right now.
Yeah, the gorgeous women of wrestling, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was a big dude. He was my height, but like 205 and pure muscle.
Ooh.
So I wasn't gonna win just by sheer muscle mass. So I had to tickle his feet because I played dirty as fuck. So I was like, I figured out that his feet were ticklish, and I was just
oh my
tickling
God.
his feet,
and like whisper insults in his ear and be like, "Your dick is small." Yeah.
It absolutely wasn't though. So I couldn't really.
Oh God, who is this?
Will Tile.
Did he put you in a chokehold?
No, you can't do that.
Oh.
Like there's.
I meant with his dick.
What?
I meant with his dick.
Like.
Oh no. I just sucked it.
I'm gonna check out Will Tile.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I've been told the more
like tree trunks. Like
three tree trunks?
Yeah. Like he must squat like 400 pounds.
That's like legs are just like a solid, like a concrete column.
Yeah.
Wow, that's hot.
Yeah.
Spank bank. The more porn star girls I interview, the more they're like, yeah, there's a difference between like regular guy sex and porn star guy sex. And I was like, ooh, because it's just like there's a proficiency there, I guess.
Yeah, well, they just know what they're doing. Like they just know what they're doing. But like,
That must be nice.
yeah. but also too, there is a little bit of an issue. Like some of them, like the younger ones. I remember I was doing a scene, and the director was like, "Hey, can you kiss her?" And I swear to God,
Was he like,
he went like this.
Oh no!
Camera, and I was like, I don't know what to do.
This is this new porn generation. They were raised on porn. They don't know how to kiss.
I was like, clearly your fucking bitch doesn't kiss you because that's not how you kiss. Like, and he was like, I'm 30. And so he was, I guess he's like 20, 21. And he just went like this, closed his eyes and went like this. And I was like, hey guys, you gotta help me out here. I don't know
Who
what to
was
say.
this? Do you remember this person's name?
I do, but I feel bad.
Shame.
They're not going to
You know
watch
his
this.
name.
I just want to look them up later, quietly.
His name's Johnny the Kid.
Johnny
Yeah,
the
clearly.
Kid. Clearly.
Or
Oh my
Johnny the Child. I call him Johnny the Child.
Wow, that's bad. You got to learn. I can't believe there's people in porn who don't know how to kiss.
Yeah. And then I've hooked up with a fair amount of like young girls too, and like
They just don't know.
They're like, I don't know. Like, listen, it took me into I would say into like my late teens, early 20s to really get good at kissing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was good,
nobody's-
like in seventh grade.
You don't have time to kiss. Like, you just want to come and go. You know.
Literally come and go. Yeah, Joe, I bet like Joe's like, I've had this mustache since 7th grade. I was always a
I
ladies'
did.
man.
I got in trouble for kissing a girl in kindergarten.
Ooh.
Wow.
My first kiss was in 1st grade, and now he's gay and runs a plant supply store in Long Island.
My first kiss was when I was 19, and it was not good. And he's in a band.
Ooh, a band we know?
Sister Sparrow and the Ladybirds or something. I don't remember the name of it.
So it
Something
wasn't
like that.
Bono.
What?
Wasn't Bono.
It was not Bono.
It was the Rolling Stones.
Oh my
I like your confidence in me.
Aw.
Yeah, you made like he's in a band. Like, well, you know.
It's
Go-
nice.
go-
I went
go
to,
big.
I went to high school with him, so it was like I went to visit my cousin at college, and he went to the same college. And then like I remember like at some point like hopping up on him, like you know like Dirty Dancing style, but not quite. But like wrap my legs around him, and I was like, what was I doing? I was like, this is how kissing works. I'm like, oh.
It's always the idea of hooking up with someone in a band is always more fun, and then you do it, and you're like, oh,
Yeah, don't they usually smell?
yeah.
Well, I mean, he wasn't a band at the time, but it wasn't that particular band. But also, I don't know, he might have smelled. I don't remember.
I just would like not I just had a lot of white guy dreadlocks in my face that smelled of like many shows, and I was like, oh, wash these things. It was like it smelled like the rope you would climb in gym class, but there's like
Ew.
10 hitting you in the face.
Oh,
Yeah, good times.
I'm into it.
This is good. This is a good dismount point. Okay, we're gonna go around with our where people can find you, follow you, support you. Caitlin Ruppert.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Caitlin Ruppert, CAITLIN RUPPERT. And yeah, if you want to listen to my podcast, if you watch Love After Lockup, listen to Pod After Lockup.
Ooh, I love it. Joslyn Jane.
It's Joslyn.
Shit, Jocelyn.
Okay.
I said Jocelyn.
No, it's fine. No, I didn't even notice that. JANE, and I'm on Instagram at Joss Jane Official. Twitter is at XXX Joslyn, and I also have an OnlyFans, and it's onlyfans.com/Joslyn Jane.
Ooh, I love it. Joe Bartnick.
I have an OnlyFans page.
Ooh.
For people who like mustaches. Yeah, middle-aged mustaches. It's all for me. No, if you like hockey, Puck Off and podcast and Joe Bartnick everywhere, whatever.
I love it.
Yeah, Mr. Bartnick on Mr. Joe Bartnick on Instagram, but I'm not really an Instagram guy, so I'm on Facebook and Twitter.
You got to get on Instagram.
That's what people say.
Facebook's on the fade.
I know. It's all. I want it all to be over. I want everything to be over.
You just want a meteor to hit us?
Yeah, I hate social media. I was in comedy, but I was in comedy before there was social media.
Oh yeah, that's why it's such a pain. It's a job. It's a whole nother job. For me, you can follow me at Chrissie Mayr on all the things. Check out the Chrissie Mayr podcast. We just hit episode 100 this week. So a lot of good guests coming up. And yeah, watch The Wet Spot on Compound Media Mondays at 7:30. Guys, thank you so much. This was so fun.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, ladies.